picked that? It was just no, man. No, man. But I was 1 foot away from military police. Send the bullet home. I'm 1 inch above. So meteorologist. Yes, ma'am. Are you excited about that? Yes, ma'am. Okay, good. Surgeon Hermanette was very confident.
That's enough. Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that I learned this truth from, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it with another spiritual observation concerning U.S. Marines here, man. All right, now they are calling out their jobs, and none of them are in actual combat position, but it doesn't matter. The imagery is in such a way that, hey, you see what it is. The women are the Marines, the soldiers and the sailors, man. They're leading the forefront, all the propaganda. If you check out the recruiting videos, most of them you see so-called black women, so-called Latina women, and so-called white women, man. All right, and the majority of these recruiting videos, man, and it's a sign of a kingdom, quote unquote, that is getting ready to fall. Why? Because you goofballs have given your strength over to women. You got them in these positions of authority. You got them in these positions where men ought to be pretending. And for, to the best of my knowledge, yes, there's been women in around combat and have, you know, contribute, but as far as like real deal boots on the ground, talking about Marines and soldiers, cut it out, man. Cut it the F out. Cut it the F out. Doesn't exist. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as my knowledge, 0.0 door kickers. You know what I mean? When we was in Iraq, for as females go, you know what I mean? There was, you know, interpreters. There's some a lot of women in the medical side of things. They see a lot of action, but man, come on, man. The majority of women, all right, in the military are full of shit, and they are usurping authority over men, and all of them are puffed up and out of their freaking mind. Great. I saw some of these comments. They are going in, man. A kinder Marine Corps, and guess what, man? You know, you got to look at the signs of the times. Babylon the Great is in the middle of a conflict. I ain't gonna call it a damn war. All right, they can use the word war all the F they want to, all right, but they definitely in some type of conflict with Iran. And again, if I'm the enemy and I'm seeing this type of propaganda, oh, you guys are ripe for the picking. We're gonna go ahead and invade this place because you guys ain't got nothing but a bunch of pretenders up there on your front line. And it shows you the wickedness of Esau Edom, because the Marines that did fight those wars and is willing to, the soldiers, they've used and abused them, man. Look at all the veterans. I'm one, man. They're all effed up. You know what I mean? And the ones that's still in the military, they're exhausted from fighting, you know, 10 plus 20 year wars for Babylon the Great, man. So I said all that to say this place is going down. And what you just saw was a prime example of it. Even these guys, man. You know what I mean? Hang it up, man. Wow, the Navy is sure getting tougher, and that's a joke. This isn't the Navy. This is the Marines, man. They supposed to be, you know what I mean? But you see, this is a different generation, man. These kids, I went in the middle of the Iraq conflict, man. The Operation Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom. And my daddy was in that war. My father, my earthly father, was in that war. I went to it as well. Our generation was different. We 80s babies, man. We went in the middle of it. You understand me? I signed my contract in the middle of the war, man. You know, we just different. I ain't saying I'm just the toughest guy ever, but we just different. These motherfuckers here, they're through. Man, they're through. All right, but I mean, I see the guys here doing their thing, but that's not what the epistle was about. Everybody gets an award. Look at that, from Salty Scout. This makes us look so weak that it could almost be considered a breach of OPSEC. And that OPSEC stands for Operational Security. Not the boot camp I went through in 96. And everybody's starting to see this, man. And it ain't just the freaking military. It's just Babylon the Great. Look at the leadership, the president, even the one prior to this guy, man. And just how he was so incompetent. Babylon the Great, used to be the chief place of damn near seriousness, man. They took things serious, man, especially in relation to war, military death, and things like that. You get up there as presidential shit, all right, and you be serious. Look at what they got in office and look at what they had previous to this guy. You know what I mean? It's a sign of a declining kingdom, man. And you got these old dudes that are barely coherent leading your nation. That shit the hell off, man. So I just said all that to say Babylon the Great is pretty much cooked. All right. This is Deuteronomy 22 in relation to those women though, because we are, man, the Lord is really putting a spirit upon all flesh right now to fulfill his will. So any man that's going to remain a man in relation to dealing with the woman, they're pretty much calling out the wickedness that is the so-called woman. They're out of order and they need to be dealt with. And we're tired of them pretending and usurping authority over, man, these freaking female drill sergeants, man. Like they're kicking in doors, like they jumping, like they doing high altitude, low opening and running 5 miles to their location, to their target, kicking in their door. Come on, man, getting that good HVT, that high value target. Boy, stop. All right, it's not it. It doesn't exist. They're pretenders. What we deal with in Babylon the Great is a bunch of pretenders. Everything is upside down here. And the Lord, he said these things were going to happen. This is Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5 in relation to these women, man, that are out of freaking order. The woman shall, and hey, first and foremost to you Israelites, and you saw a lot of Israelites, so-called blacks and Latina girls, and they be blasted and plastered all over Babylon the Great in relation to that military. That's all you see, especially on the officer side. It ain't the military weak now, bro. Like I'm not finna sit here and cap what the Lord gave Esau Edom. He is on his last leg. Yes, Esau Edom does have a remnant of warriors. Don't get it twisted. You really don't hear about them too much, or see what they got going on. They're not doing TikTok videos and shit like that. He does have a remnant of some real warriors, but that's pretty much it. After that, oh man, it's over with. After, a draft, and Lord willing, because the woman wants to usurp authority over man, and she wants to do what we're finna bring out now. May Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashah add those ladies to the draft, and may Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashah actually put them in combat. You know what I mean? Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. The military period, man. I feel like they shouldn't even have women in the military. They should have their own corps, like their own shit that supports, the men. But just putting on that uniform on top of actually having these ranks, all right, or positions of authority over men, you gotta do. I've experienced, man. I've been deployed 3 times, and I've ran into motherfuckers that outrank me. And they don't get no love, they don't get no respect. You're a clown. I'm 17, 18, 19 going on, or probably like 20 something going on my 3rd deployment. You've been in the military how long, Sergeant, whoever the F your name is, and you ain't did one? Get the hell out of here. How much more women? You ain't did absolutely nothing, but you got this drill sergeant hat on, or you ain't did absolutely nothing, but you around here toting a gun like you gonna do something. You're not gonna do nothing. My father experienced this in real time, all right, during the freaking invasion. My father was over there, and I said this again, I said it again, no, man. He had one so-called Caucasian female with him, all right. My dad was a refueler, petroleum supply dude, and he had a female attached with him, man. And basically, long story short, my dad ended up in the middle of a minefield getting mortared. And everybody moved the hell out of that location except that female. All right. So all that training that they went through, all that, oh, I'm in Iraq now, all that, oh, I'm a soldier now, all that old bullshit. When it came, mortars are basically projectiles that, are shot and they fall from the damn sky. All right. And they blow the hell up. All right. So they're getting attacked and they're in the middle of a minefield. Okay. And she froze the fuck up to the point that my dad said he had to literally, grab her ass and throw her on the back of the effing truck, man. Okay, it shows you. It's just, hey, this is from Yahweh Shema Shah. The Lord created a man and woman to be different. There's some similarities, of course, in relation to the creature that is man, but there's a difference. In a lot of people on earth is not really rocking with Yahweh Shema Shah order. So back to the scriptures, Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, a military shit, all pertaineth to a man. And I'll bring that out after this, about the Lord being a man of war. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. That's self-explanatory for all you funny boys, man. Effeminate men. Hey, the scriptures speak about you're not making it into the kingdom if you're effeminate, man. So you can't wear, anything that pertains to a female. No dresses, no long hair, okay? What all this funny stuff. So that's male, female, a respect the order, or the Lord gonna give you over to that. So for you guys that wanna act like women, guess what? Yahweh Shema Shah gonna give you right over to it, and we're gonna see it, and we're gonna mock when your fear coming, because you're gonna be out here like a little biatch. You know what I mean? When all these calamities come. And for you women, may Yahweh Shema Shah give you what you faking it, you fronting, you know what I mean? Capping, lying. But may Yahweh Shema Shah give you what you're pretending to want, to be a man. So may you go, sit up in them damn hot ass tanks and shit, man, and conduct those missions, man, and get it done. All right, and don't complain, get it done, man. All right, your periods here doesn't matter. You a soldier, right? Equal opportunity, right? Equality. Your period. That was a huge reason why women couldn't be in combat arms, man, because of their female issues, man. Can't be out there in the field with us with your fucking female feminine issues, man. You're a goddamn liability at that point. Now we gotta, you're all emotional, you stinking, all right, you gotta take care of that shit. Nah, man, we moving out, man. We men. Like, let the boys be boys. But this effed up ass, goofy ass queendom, Babylon the Great, they want to promote women 24/7, put them on a pedestal. It don't matter what it is, from feminism to what we dealing with now, whoredom. It gets applause, it gets praised, man. Just beating down a man, talking down to a man, especially a so-called black woman, it gets praised, man. So may Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah once again give y'all what y'all pretending to want, man. Y'all don't want no, man. And look at us, we all effed up. We done told y'all the horrors of war, gang banging, all that old stuff that the guys do for real, that the women want to pretend. Eve is such a motherfucking pretender, it ain't even funny. All right, it's sick. It's sick to watch this creature that is the weaker vessel pretend like she's some special. The hell with everything. I pray the Lord take away the little bit of beauty that you do have. I'm sick of it. All this pretending. And you know why? Because we're vexed, because we do this shit for real. We're through the spirit of power, y'all by Shema Hawashai, pray fast and doing these epistles while you goofballs pretend and play around all day. It's okay. All we got to do is be patient and wait on the Lord. The Lord not a man that he shall lie. These things are gonna come to pass, man. But let's in relation to not wearing those things that pertain to a man and the Lord. Let's check out the essence of the Lord. Yahweh, who the world ignorant just calls God, and his only begotten Son, who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Let's check out their nature, his nature. Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. So there it is. The Lord created any type of conflict that we've ever seen, from when Joshua was doing it up until now. Any type of special forces, any type of major military movement. This is all the mind of this male entity named Yahweh. He's a man of war. Now the Lord is not a man. This is, speak like, the essence. He's not a female. All right. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. All right. But Yahweh is a power of war. He created war. Okay. And all the wars that have really been fought, yes, women, have there been cows, have there been children unalive because of war? Yes. Were they actually boots on the ground? No. But did they lose their life? Yes. So people are going to lose their lives, not in the military, but I guarantee you that Yahweh, all right, the way he had it, shit, it wasn't nothing but the boys going at it, especially back in the day, quote unquote, when they was doing it with shields and swords. Boy, wasn't no damn women out there throwing shit like that. I don't know what these fucking tribes in the woods out there, what they got going on, all in the Amazon, that old Wakanda shit. You know what I mean? That our people are so obsessed with. They love that Wakanda stuff. Soon as I saw them bald headed women, I knew that wasn't no damn Israelite women or representation of the Israelites, man. Saw them bald headed warrior women. That ain't the nation of Israel. That ain't how we rock. Talking about some Wakanda forever. Man, please, them ugly black ass bald headed alien looking ass Hamite bitches. You know what I'm saying? Our women they ain't finna put on no damn shield and buckler, you know, and sword and helmet. Nah, man, that's not how the Lord. I don't know about you other females of the other nations, but the children, the daughters of Zion, the daughters of Yahweh, all right, they don't get down like that. And again, this Bible is for them. It's for us and for us to teach them. So we read, hey, you shouldn't wear that which pertaineth unto a man, woman. Hey, the Lord is a man of war, woman. What are you doing here in this environment anyway? Well, it's we're in our captivity. That's the FY, all right? Because they know that the military bunk, if you use it, you know, it can be beneficial, man. Use the world, man, but it's just a mess, man. We gotta get the hell out of here. That's all. That's all I know, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah, we got to get out of here, man. All this pretending, man. I'm just vexed. So much so I forgot what I was gonna say. Shoot, it's all right. Let's go to the book of Titus 2 and 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. So the so-called elder women of our nation should be teaching our women not to be in the damn military. Oh, that's what I was saying. The Wadiyabah Shemal Shah. The reason that they're actually in the military ain't because they really want to be. It's because we're in our captivity, and you so-called black women and so-called Latina and Native American women, you know, you don't have a lot of motherfucking options now, do you? All that education, school shit, come on, bro. The Lord has exposed that it's some BS. So you don't really have a lot of options to make a decent living now, do you? So it's like, you know what I mean? What are the options, man? You know, my brothers, they always talk about, I understand where they're coming from, as far especially being in his truth, and especially where we're at now. But hey, don't put the Lord in a box, nigga. You can be in the military in World War III and be of the elect. All right, because I hear my brothers all the time saying, you know, don't join the military, or you know, you're stupid for joining the military. Well, we just read the Lord was a man of war. If I was in that war, what the fuck was you doing, my brother? Like, you know, I love my brothers, man, but what was you doing, my brother? Stomping the yard while we was in a war? The Lord was a man of war. So you was back here with the motherfucking women folk, wasn't you? Talking shit. while the Lord had, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just say that, man. Hey, you just gotta be careful, man, because you never know what a brother dealing with in relation to us, that hopeful elect. You have to respect what a brother's been through that's serving Yahweh Hashem Hawashah, because it's just a testimony. It's just experience that brothers have that can aid in helping the body. All right, for what's coming, World War III conflict. Well, it's brothers that Yahweh Hashem Hawashah have put out there, all right, to experience that. I'm one of them. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah, I know for a fact, all right, the majority of the brothers, I've got some elders, you know what I mean, that's been in the military for sure. Elders, Chicago for sure. But come on, man, the majority of brothers that ain't been in no damn war. And I ain't saying y'all brothers not gonna be ready. All I'm saying is that I just have experience in it. I've been in Special Forces Unit 5th Group. Google it. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? I've seen it. I've seen the men of war. I've seen Esau at his best. I've seen Delta. You know what I mean? We call them K. I've seen these operators. I've seen, you know what I mean? I've slept right next to, you know, SEALs, you know, Navy SEALs. I forgot what team they was on, man. I don't want to lie. But, you know, just that whole special operations world is totally different, and it is amazing because the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah blessed that man with a sword. Now we're prophesying, hey, it's over with, my God. I hang it up. But the Lord did bless Esau Edom with that sword, and I have seen him use it, man. But going back to their military, look at what they're giving their strength over to. Bullshit, pretending, women, old ass men, instead of the young, able-bodied men. That's who they should be, you know, marketing to. No, who wants to be in the military? I can't blame them. Why would you? Especially now, though, when you could just hop on social media and make a living, earn wages. You would be a fool when you could just hop on social media and do your thing and make a killing that way. This ain't back in the day. The whole world is different. This generation ain't about that life, man. They about that folly. They about that effeminate spirit in relation to the men. And the women, they just lost, man. They don't know nothing about being in the goddamn Marines. Once again, they're in captivity. Ain't a lot of options left. All that education stuff is out the window. So a lot of you Israelites is going into the freaking army. I remember so many people was talking shit about me when I signed up in the middle of that war, and their black ass went right in the military after me. Why? Because we're in our motherfucking captivity, and it ain't a lot of options out of here. Let me tell you something for you brothers that like, man, I'm glad Yahweh Shema Hawashai sent me to that war, put me in the military. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. I'm talking about my brothers. I love my brothers first and foremost, but y'all got to be careful about talking crazy, man. You ain't like something. Shit, the Lord a man of war. What we talking about? I'm gonna say it again. The Lord is a man of war. What we talking about? All this pretending, man. Shit, it's all good though. The Lord getting ready to bring severe judgment to this place, and he gonna expose all this, man. So if you want to usurp authority over man, you want to wear things that pertain to the man, Yahweh Hashem Awashah is gonna give you over to it, and we're gonna expect you to MF and perform. You're gonna have to MF and perform, my sister. Get your ass out there and perform. Know what I mean? Because we did it. Well, without a lot of complaints too, man. You know what I mean? We did it. I did 3 deployments before my last deployment. I think I just had turned 21. I think I just turned 21 maybe a week or two. No more than 2 weeks before I was going on my 3rd deployment to Iraq, And it take a toll on you. It did take a toll on me. I'm still dealing with it. I got some serious issues, man. I've hurt people. I'm talking about outside of the military, just, being hyper vigilant, man. And I know the seriousness of it versus all that pretend shit, man. All these benefits, man. All that E6 rank, E5 rank, E6, E7 rank from, you know what I mean? Come on. I got a girl I grew up with like that. You know what I mean? Looking at me crazy. Like, come on, man. I'm straight pretty boy when I was in the world, man. I'm a teenager. I'm killing shit, right, man? Left and right. I'm just pulling everything. I grew up with a girl. She stayed like across the street from me, man. I went in the military. Again, all these people think I'm crazy. Then she ends up going into military years later. After I get out, I run into her. Her whole spirit different. This girl right here is one I've probably had. I think two times the females that like actually came to blows over me. That was the first time, old girl, you know what I mean? And she fought over me, man, when we was teenagers. So I just said out of she got a, she fought with me, she liked me until the Lord was working on me. I ran to her during this process of being in the truth and dealing with the PTSD and dealing, so I got double the vexation. You're going to get the shit that come with the truth. And I got, that mental bullshit from being in that war. I ran into her and her whole spirit was just changed. And she's been in the military for, some time now. So she thinks she was a fucking lame, a whore. I didn't even sleep with her back in the day. She was a whore. You know what I mean? And I was just that guy. She know that, very popular, could dress very nice, could dance, all that old stuff, man. Very popular, and I say that because she had such a reverence for me. When I remember running into her when I first went in the military, and there was so much reverence. I could see a sparkle in her eye. She's just giving me compliments because she's still in high school. I'm in the military, so I'm like everything to her. Now her black ass is in the military. I'm out. I'm going through hell, and she just, oh boy. We almost came to blows in that bitch. She didn't know it. We almost came to blows. She almost got rocked. And I didn't rock people shit and I went to jail for it. What I'm saying, like, outside of the military, bro. Like, yeah, I done been, yes, this is not a game. So, man, I just said all that to say, like, how she was looking at me with that disdain because I was just going through my season of humility, man, and she was, E5 and, she look at me like I'm trash now. When we were high school, you were the lame. You know what I mean? Now you're a pretender because these folk done put some stripes on you. She's a motherfucking desk clerk, whatever. A 41 alphas, or like a what we got, like a clerk, or like a behind the desk ass motherfucker, basically. You know what I mean? You ain't did shit, ain't never gonna do shit. You know what I mean? But got this E6 rank and thinking that you better than me. You know what I mean, ask me what I done. You know what I mean? What I done, bitch? I was in Iraq. What the fuck you did? Yeah, you know what I mean? Same person that gave me all this head, you know what I'm saying? When I first, you know what I'm saying? But quick to give me some head when I'm in the, you know what I mean, the military. Now you got this disdain for me because the Lord working on me, and I'm being humble. You know what I mean? I was very prideful before coming into this truth. You know what I mean? Being in the military, being in that special forces unit, doing all those cool things, seeing all that cool shit. And I mean, you learn so much, man. I don't know what people perception of especially in the special ops side of things. Bro, they got the money. All right. I done operated on a goat. All right, all type of stuff. Just being in a special force unit, seeing some cool shit. Got a chance to shoot. I've been on type of aircraft. I've jumped out all type of aircraft. Yeah, man, the military is not a bad. And I compare that to anything that the world is saying is better. What's better than as a young man now? What you gonna do? I guess football or something like sports or something like that. But everything else kind of bitch. Cause unless you fighting. You know what I'm saying? Or doing this, and I'm gonna just keep it real. Even if you, and we got a brother, second head of our camp, real good at football, man. But you know, brother in the truth now, serving y'all about Shema was shy. You know, but the only thing I have against like football players or anybody is that it's a motherfucking game. What's the stakes? You get a loss on your record. If you lose out here, you die. You know, in war, so like you got to respect that, and you got to respect the men that did it, cause your black ass ain't. You know what I mean? And you gonna get there, and make no mistake about it. All you brothers is gonna get y'all wartime, man. All right, just be patient. The Lord gonna give you some bodies. You know what I mean? You gonna see some stuff. You gonna feel the ground shake. All right, but until then, man, we all gotta, keep our humility, man, because there's always somebody, better at us in something. Starting with this truth, man. Hey, Malak Yahweh Shah. Leave it there. All right, but yeah, this whole out of order. It was just on my spirit just to speak on that real quick, man. Hey, Babylon the Great is cooked, man. All right, they're compromised because they've given their strength over to women. And we do know through history, the Bible history, just the world history, how many kingdoms, all right, how many men have been unalive because of the creature that is the so-called woman. You guys are out of order. You don't know what you're doing. It ain't our fault. We're teaching you, and you should have access to the Bible. You got cell phone. You know what I mean? You should be able to learn anything. Going back to the age woman's supposed to be teaching, they can't teach them nothing because their ass is just as lost as the younger generation, if not even more. The younger generation may be a little bit more circumspect than the old folks. You know, the old folks be stuck in their way. What the scriptures say, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Yeah, man. Let's see here. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, matter of fact. Let's just keep it rolling. Proverbs chapter 3. We'll start at 11. My son. That's a whole nother lesson for a whole nother day. All right, but the scripture, teaching this word, being a prophet is for men. All right, so that's why you see all these commandments being directly. There's not one to the daughters. There's, to the men to deal with the daughters. But that I believe there's no like direct commandment to a woman that say, "Hey, my daughter," despite it's I always say, "My son, my son, my son." Okay, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. So, hey, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shah that we're catching hell. Easier said than done. But a brother was saying that earlier, I heard, and it motivated me. Catching that hell keeps you, if you're responding correctly, it keeps you like connected, to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. That having the spirit of revenge. I'm gonna just keep it real. Now we know that belongs to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but the people that the Lord have let wrong us, desiring that, and we know that we can't jump the spiritual gun. Okay, so we got to call upon Yahweh Shema Shah. We got to do things that's pleasing to him. So we work, we labor. Okay, we rehearse the righteous acts. We keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, in hopes that the Lord will get down on these fools on our behalf. Right. That's what it's really all about. But despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction, man. So uh it's important to understand that, man, the Lord is going to chasten and correct those who he loves. And if not, then the Lord don't deal with you. The scriptures call you a bastard, illegitimate child that word goes into. So you're not his, man, and you're not going to be protected. And the Lord will give, the so-called black and brown woman over to being in the military and get your shit. The type of war, they're not ready for this. They gotta learn the lay of the land, everything. It's like they gotta retrain for this. It's easy to like jump on the bandwagon after they done been to Iraq year after year, and then you women pull up and be at hip hop night. Yeah, for you brothers that don't know, all them women didn't do shit out there, bro. They at hip hop night. They in the green zone at hip hop and salsa night. I own everything I love. Right? I seen it. You know what I mean? Now I went up in there a couple times when I was in the green zone. I ain't gonna lie, I was young though. But couple times, once or twice, you know what I mean? But other than that, man, they just out there playing around, acting like they soldiers. You know what I mean? Out there with their uniform, acting like they soldiers, like they doing something. I've seen, man, during that time, maybe I don't know if it's because I hadn't seen a woman in so long, but I seen a captain in the U.S. Army, man. And when I seen him, man, I kind of like froze because she was so fine. And I really don't even fault that. Not then, not today, especially. But she had this makeup on. We're in the middle of Iraq, but her makeup looked like it was perfect, man. I never seen a woman with makeup that looked so good, man. But man, I was like, this got to be the goofiest thing ever. Cause come on, man, we coming in this defect like looking crazy, like we done been, you know what I mean, in some type of, some type of conflict. And then you walk in this building and you see these soldiers, so called, clean uniform, prestige, down, you know what I mean, clean, not a spot of dirt on it, and got makeup on. Why in the actual fuck does your black ass have makeup on in the middle of Iraq, captain? You see what I'm talking about? You ain't no captain of shit. You ain't no captain of shit. And I'm talking about some real shit. You know what I mean? A higher ranking personnel, we done cussed out being Lord, man. That shit don't fly. But we'll cuss you out. I don't care what your rank is, goofball. Bro, the E6s, man, done cussed out generals, bro, in the special op side of things, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to hear that because you got this fake ass run. I'll knock you the hell out like dead serious. Especially I'm talking about in Iraq for real. Who gonna stop me and who gonna do something about it? If we're not in the same unit, you come at me crazy talking about I ain't got no headgear on. I'll knock you out. Like straight up. You know what I mean? It's make you angry. Like all this pretending make you angry. You know why? Because you got people on this earth that do real things and don't get the recognition for it. I mean, all these men, like, look at the homeless freaking veterans that actually, like some of these guys that were in Vietnam and things like that. All right, real conflict, seeing real combat. For whatever reason, ultimately, y'all about Shemal Shah, they're out in the streets. Your whore ass is in the military living your best life, man. Y'all got the benefits, everything. And don't get it twisted, man. It could go right or left. It could go left or right being in the military. You could have the greatest time if you play your cards right and be a Jake, man. Be an Israelite. Learn how to play the game. Don't just be saying the military because it helped. Man, shit paid for my school and all type of shit. And I had a great experience, even being, if you ain't no bitch ass nigga, like I had a great time even being in in Iraq, seeing that stuff, man, because I'm a man, I'm a boy, I was a boy then turned man. This shit ain't no women really out there trying to, be on them convoys and really conducting that. They'll take the rank and they'll take the pay and they'll take the recognition like they was out there kicking indoors. You know what I mean? But it never happened, especially so-called black women. Now we talk about them Edomite girls, they're a little bit more, you know what I mean? That's their blessing. Esau Edom that swore. I seen some white girl get down, but all that black girl stuff, especially in the military, man, I'm like, man, probably like 99% of them just full of shit, just full of it. It's disgusting. I mean, shout out to those women in there, just mind their business, do their job, but all that usurping the authority, that shit puff their head up, man. You got grown, swole men that you're, telling what to do. Why stop? I was fortunate of being in special forces unit. We didn't have any females, so I never really dealt with that. You know what I mean? I could only imagine. I probably wouldn't have lasted long if I, you know what I mean, had to be under the subjection of a woman. It's not happening. It's not happening. Shit. Let's go to the book of Exodus. Exodus 23 and 2. And it reads, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." So take my brother's advice for you Israelites, man. Don't, I mean, if you can help it, now is probably not the best time to be joining the military, man. They're finna do a draft anyway, but follow a multitude not to do evil, ultimately taking that mark of the beast. We know that's right around the corner, combined with all these other things, man. Got that mark of the beast coming, the World War III. It's all tied together, man. All right, so we're not gonna follow this multitude that's gonna commit this evil act against Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment. Okay. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. And remember, let me bring this. Did I get that? Let me see. Proverbs. So many. Let's go Proverbs 30 and 8 right quick. Just random precept through the spirit, man, just flowing through the spirit. Proverbs 30 and 8, remove far from me vanity and lies. So all these lies that everything is going to be okay. A peace. A make America great again. All these lies and vanity, and especially the vanity that we see thrown in our face on a daily basis. Give me neither poverty nor riches. So that's balance. It's important for us to pray for balance, man. And the Lord deal with balance because he is a just power. A false balance actually is an abomination to Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah. So we don't want to be in poverty, because if we're poor, if we broke all the goddamn time, then guess what? We're liable to do things that's going the hell off, especially the woman. She gonna prostitute herself, and that, nah, man, the Lord not gonna, he'll have you broke, but that's not gonna be the solution. All right, the solution is gonna be to call upon Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah. So the hell with all you women, because times get hard and y'all think y'all can prostitute, and all you say, oh, it was so hard, I didn't have nothing. Nah, nigga, nah, shawty, nah, it ain't working like that, man. You better call upon Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah. Lord not dealing with that compromised state, man. All right. But again, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Look at what happened with rich people. They become puffed up. Jake ain't never had none per their captivity. So when they start making a little bit of money, watch how they get puffed up. And they start making a little bit more money. Watch how they get puffed up even more. All right. And to the point where they're so-called rich. Look at Mayweather. Now he's so-called broke. That's what they say. I don't know how much money that brother got. But good riddance, my guy. Because you know what I mean? All that vanity in front of our face, little guy. You know what I mean? You got some hands. That's great. Why you got to be throwing the money in our face 24/7? Now look what the Lord gave you over to. The exact thing that you were trying to project 24/7. The Lord done took it away. So that's, hey, give me neither poverty nor riches. Because if you get rich, man, you don't need Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah, and you're gonna be going the hell off like Will and Jada. And take the, oh man, Salakia, feed me with food convenient for me, these scriptures, lest I be full and deny thee. That's why I forgot that was in verse 9 here. Lest I be full and deny thee. So yeah, if you're full, rich, got that belly full, you're gonna deny, you're liable to deny Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah. All right, and say, who is the Lord? And that's this damn spirit that these so-called prosperous Israelites are in. They're saying, who is Yahweh? We don't know him. We'd rather call on nobody or call upon that idol. We don't know him. Or lest I be poor. Man, I'm telling you, I did not even realize that was in verse 9. And lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God, Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah, in vain, or be a prostitute, or be a whore. Same thing, stealing, kill, all right, or selling that body, all right, in the name of trying to get out of poverty, not going to fly. You will be judged, and you will be brought up on charges. That's a good epistle, man, about how the Lord getting ready to bring you guys all up on charges. Hell, we're being brought up on charges, but the difference is we had a name, Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah. We call upon those names, fearing those names with a sincere spirit, and hopes that the Lord will sup with us, start to mold us, shape us, and change us from this stony heart, this defiled, decrepit ass body. We got to get up out of here. They are pressing the line on us, these women, man, but they're not talking about nothing. They're not. They don't have no real power for real. It's just that we gave our power over to them. They don't have no real power. And there's no power in that box. So if you meditate on it, it ain't really like what was we thinking? You know what I mean? When we start to wake up and come up out of that mind, that gunk that is this flesh, you really sit back and be like, what the hell was I thinking? Brothers would say, at camp, going about, tattoos and how, when they first came into this truth, the things that they learned that we weren't supposed to be doing, it confounded us, man. And we were sorrowful for, some of the things that we did, man, against Yahweh Shema Shah, against our flesh, against the body. You know what I mean? But the Lord, through Yahweh Shah, has given us this opportunity, man, to repent, to call upon Yahweh Shah, reverence those names, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Remember what Malak Yahweh Shah did for us more than any man. I just had to meditate on that again. Wow. That king, the king, was tortured, man. Marred more than anybody. You know what I mean? Take a look at, I may do that another epistle, man. Take a look at Emmett Till. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. Have y'all seen how Emmett Till look, my guy? Call your raw Yahweh Shema Shah and call halal Yahweh Shema Shah and the water Malak Yahweh Shah, the water Malak Yahweh Shah, and the water Malak Yahweh Shah for your sacrifice, King. I confess Malak Yahweh Shah. I believe Malak Yahweh Shah is King, man. A lot of people don't. So therefore, the Lord gonna give them over to the destruction, the chaos, the confusion. That is Jacob's trouble. He gonna give you over to being in the military as a Jake. You know what I mean, and ain't really built for that. Hell, like I said, don't put the Lord in the box. You could be of the Lord's hopeful elect and you be in World War III. Don't put the Lord in the box. Hey, the Lord can protect anywhere, anytime. But we're not pushing the issue, telling Jake just to go be in the military. That's not a wise thing to do. Man's goings of the Lord. So we do know it's going to be a bunch of Israelites that's getting ready to be up in this military and they're going to perish. Good riddance. Call hello Yahweh Shema Shah. What was y'all going to do as y'all age anyway? Why I say good riddance? What was y'all going to do? There's a reason why I just said good riddance. Y'all wasn't going to do nothing. But grow up as you continue to get older and be a wicked creature. Nasty. I mean, can't tell you nothing. Jake, you just a lame. I mean, for you 2/3, you guys are just lames. You women are a bunch of lames as well. You know what I mean? You know what? This whole earth, that's a great word for everything that we see. Everything is just lame. You know what I mean? This whole monetary system is bunk. All right, it's garbage. I mean, the women, they're bunk, and it's we used to say they're the 90s in Georgia. Right? I'm bringing it back. I mean, this is bunk. We got to get up out of here. All right. Matter of fact, Proverbs 11, and in relation to neither poverty nor riches, right? So accepting what the Lord give us, man, and being cheerful about that. Proverbs 11:28, he that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. So look at Mayweather again. He trusted in his riches. He trusted in money. Like the majority of our people, it may not be as deep as that boy was in with the whole worshiping money and things like that. But if you live in paycheck to paycheck, you're not serving y'all by Shema Shah, you're in the same boat of trusting in your riches. It don't have to necessarily be quote unquote riches. Trusting in money. All right. Trusting in what's the word I use? Provisions, not from Yahweh Shema Shah, from the enemy. All right, you're compromised. You're in a compromised state, and we see that. We see that compromised state with the way you guys talk, your conversation, and your actions, the things that you actually do, especially you aged Israelites. Teenagers, it is what it is, but you get past that point of 18, we expect you to start to see these things as a so-called black and brown person, man. Come on, man. You got to be able to see these things. Start tracking on these things, man. All right, because the majority of our women are through. They're done for. We don't care. You know why? The Lord don't harden our hearts, man. It is what it is. And unless the Lord really you just went the hell off, man. Lord just furious with you, man. Every brother done got some box. We done all had them, It ain't nothing but probably a handful of virgins on the earth. Everything else done been smashed through. So what are we really letting go. We've had the experience, fellas. The hell with these women. Let's get those crowns. Let's get that glory, and we'll have everybody submit to us. I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal. You know what I mean? And serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, trusting in the Lord will get us there and back to that perfect state. Right now, we've left that first estate, man. Now we're in these defiled bodies and on this defiled earth. We got to get up out of here. We got to desire to breathe again, man. All right. So, I know I was kind of everywhere, but you know, it's just the whole back to the point, man. These women are out of freaking order. Let me see if I got a closing precept on women being out of order. I mean, we can bring out the classic in 1 Corinthians 11:3, and it reads, "But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, Malak Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh." So we got to remember that. There's your order. Why are women so against it, especially at this point, especially as you get older? Like, do you even have that type of energy to be bucking up against us, to be quarreling with us, my sister? Just let it the F go. That's in relation to repentance, man. We know we messed up too. I mean, y'all not no virgins. We're willing to have mercy and deal with y'all, but y'all are so wicked. We can't even deal with y'all. Y'all are so wicked. I know myself. I don't even want to be in line with you in the store. Straight up. Every time I go out, I damn near gotta put, I don't want to say literally and lie, but damn near every time I leave up out this house, I gotta do something like, man, where Eve at, I gotta put a curse out on her. Like seriously, like, yeah, I'm highly offended, man. If I was in the world, you know, we would have had it out right then and there. Goofball. Oh, I thought you was an Iraqi. Oh, I had a flashback. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, back then, yeah. Oh shit, I blacked out. Now she laid out, and I've been locked up, but I done had to lump up Jake and Eve. You know what I'm saying? I know. I mean, your brother know. Like, yeah. So imagine how it's gonna be during Jacob's trouble when you can't call 911. All these things are coming. Therefore, Eve, it will behoove you to get in order. Get up in order of subjection under a man of Yahweh Shema Shai, and humble your ass, man. Straight up. If we got to be humble, how much more you goofball? Because guess what? You're gonna do it anyway. So you best to do it now, and just like you gonna pay, everybody gonna pay. You know what I mean? Just like every knee gonna bow, might better do it now. Just like the white folks, they don't, just 2/3. They don't want to confess Yahweh Shai. Get what? They gonna do it anyway when he cracked the sky. So might well do it now. Just like you, Eve. Isaiah 4:1 start coming to pass. You gonna do it anyway. So do it now. Because you're going to be exposed. All that, oh, I'm a bad beat, I don't need no man, you can't afford me type spirit that these women have. Keep that same energy. And I mean this. Baba Kusha, my sister, keep that same energy. I mean, we're begging you to keep the energy when this Isaiah 4:1 thing come to pass. And we're going to hit you with, my brother said that. That's why I got it from, I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't afford you, remember? When you said that during now you want to be protected. Now you want to, now you done find my email. Don't block me, but you know how to get in contact with me now, don't you? Because that's how you was able to get in contact with me, because you sent me this email. Ain't heard from you in how long? All that's coming, fellas. Just hold on to your horses, man. For you sincere sisters, man. Pray to Yahweh Shema Haushai to get you to your man, so y'all can start doing y'all thing. You know what I mean? And start growing, start building, and utilizing each other's gifts to, benefit the body. That brother gonna help you. That sister is gonna help that brother, and y'all gonna grow together in the name of Yahweh Shema Haushai. It can only produce prosperity serving Yahweh Shema Haushai when it's all said and done, man. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.